Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what could happen in DreamWorks' The Bad Guys 3. Before we begin, I want to let you all know that this video will contain massive spoilers for The Bad Guys 2. So for those of you who haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it and then come back. But anyways, let's get into it. So as we all know, The Bad Guys 2 ended with the group faking their deaths and going undercover as secret agents, working for the International Supergalactic League of Protectors, or ISGLOP for short. But that begs the question, what will happen in a potential third installment? Because we know that the series has been successful, and we also know that DreamWorks is planning on keeping the series going. Well, I actually have a few theories for what The Bad Guys 3 could be about. Now, before I start, I want to let you all know that everything I say in this video is just speculation. I'm not confirming what will happen in the third movie. This is all just speculation. I don't know what's going to happen in Bad Guys 3, nor does anyone really. This is just a fun concept video that I made for entertainment purposes. If you guys have any theories for what could happen in The Bad Guys 3, feel free to leave your theories in the comments below. But anyways, let's get into it. Starting with the obvious, it's most likely that The Bad Guys 3 will be a spy movie, and it will continue right where the second movie left off. It'll most likely show the group going on top-secret missions and embracing their role as secret agents. It's also likely that Wolf and Diane will get more time to shine in the third movie, because the second movie ended with them officially becoming a couple. Some people speculate that they will get married at the end of the third movie and potentially have a child. And, well, that's most definitely a possibility. I don't think it'll happen in the third movie, mostly because the third movie will most likely focus on them trying to stop the main villain, but I do like the idea of Wolf and Diane getting married and potentially starting a family. It's also possible that the gang could get some new secret agent gadgets. Maybe Wolf can have a laser blaster, or maybe even special glasses that have a hidden camera inside. Now that the bad guys are secret agents, the possibilities are endless. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's also possible that the bad girls could make a return in the third movie, because we know that they were all arrested at the end of the second movie, but while Kitty ended up in jail, Doom and Pigtail only got community service. So it's likely that we will see Doom and Pigtail return in the third movie. They will probably get hired as secret agents alongside the bad guys. Because we know that one of the important things that happened in the movie was the relationship between Doom and Mr. Snake. Even after Doom was arrested, Snake never forgot about her, and Doom never forgot about Snake. So it's likely that they will reunite in the third movie, and maybe just like Wolf and Diane, they will officially become a couple. As for Kitty, she will most likely come back in the third movie, and maybe she will redeem herself and help the bad guys defeat the villain. Maybe there will be a moment in the third movie where she briefly teams up with the villain, but after the villain turns on her, she decides to take matters into her own hands and helps the bad guys defeat them. After this, she fully redeems herself. But of course, it's also possible that Kitty could only have a minor role in the third movie, very similar to Marmalade, where maybe one of the bad guys, particularly Wolf or Diane, goes to visit her in prison, and she gives them valuable information that will help them defeat the villain. But whatever happens, I really hope we see the bad girls again in the third movie. Because they were my favorite characters in The Bad Guys 2, and I think it would be really cool to see them make a comeback in a potential third movie. But, of course, this is all just speculation. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I really hope they find a way to bring the bad girls back. And speaking of Professor Marmalade, it's very likely that we will see him again in the third movie, but not in the way you expect. And just a quick warning, this section of the video contains massive spoilers for the ending of The Bad Guys 2. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I strongly recommend you go and see it first. But if you have seen the movie, then buckle up because what I'm about to tell you will rock your socks off. What if I told you that Marmalade is not even from Earth, but he is in fact an alien? That's right, folks. Just like in the books, Professor Marmalade is revealed to be an alien from another planet. Now, you may be thinking, how is that even possible? Well, do you remember when Kitty used the gold magnet to pull all the world's gold into space? Well, among one of the many gold objects she pulled into space, one of them just so happened to be Marmalade's golden limousine. You may be thinking, okay, Marmalade's golden limousine got pulled into space, so what? That doesn't mean he's an alien. Well, you'd be wrong, because, well, yes, Marmalade's gold limo did get pulled into space. There's actually a lot more to it than that, because in the post-credits scene of the second movie, we see that Marmalade is still floating through space, and he's completely terrified. But then all of a sudden, Marmalade's demeanor changes from being absolutely terrified to laughing maniacally. Then his golden limousine slowly begins to transform into a makeshift spaceship. We then see Marmalade in a spacesuit as he says, quote, "I love it when a plan comes together, and now time to go home." With that, he pushes a button and then immediately flies off into the depths of space while laughing evilly. This scene seems to imply that Marmalade is indeed an alien, and he's apparently going back to his home planet. Now, what does this mean for the future of the franchise? Well, it's actually quite simple. Since Marmalade is going back to his home planet, it's very likely that he's going to gather his alien army and conquer Earth, and maybe finally finish what he started with the bad guys and Diane. But now that they're all secret agents, they're in the perfect position to deal with a threat on that scale. And we'll maybe get to see more of Marmalade's true alien origin, maybe even his family or the royal world he came from, because in the books, Marmalade is not just an alien. He's also a prince, next in line for the throne of his world. The movies still haven't revealed what his true alien form actually looks like, since the guinea pig appearance is most likely a disguise he created to fit in on Earth. It also opens the door for the franchise to be much bigger in scope. If Marmalade returns to his home planet, there's a strong possibility that the third movie could involve some kind of alien invasion or intergalactic conflict connected to his home world. But whether we see a ton of aliens in the next movie or not, one thing is clear. We haven't seen the last of Professor Marmalade. Another interesting idea is that Agent Shortfuse could make an appearance in the third movie. Now, in case you don't know who this character is, Agent Shortfuse is a character from the original Bad Guys book series. She is a Tasmanian devil with an explosive temper, and she's also the silent type, but she's still an incredibly aggressive and capable fighter. She may be tiny, but she's still a force to be reckoned with, and she can use her sharp teeth and claws in combat. In the books, she's a member of the International League of Heroes, a female secret agent group that consists of her, Agent Fox, Agent Kitty Cat, Agent Hogwild, and Agent Doom, which, fun fact, were the original versions of the Bad Girls and Diane from the movies. But anyways, let's get back to Shortfuse. If they do decide to include her in the third movie, they might end up giving her a personality, and they might give her a voice. As for who they cast to play her, they'll most likely cast Rose Bane to play her. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong, by the way. As for what role she could play in The Bad Guys 3, it's kind of tough to say. She could be a hero or a villain, depending on how DreamWorks wants to handle her character. She could either be an ally to the bad guys, or she can be their enemy. But given her nature in the books, it's very likely that she will be the main villain of the movie alongside Marmalade. But I do strongly believe that Marmalade will be the one pulling the strings for the most part, and Shortfuse will probably just be his lackey. One person actually said that Shortfuse could potentially be the bad guys' new boss, meaning that she is the head of Izglop. Now, I do actually like this idea, but I do find it a little funny that the agency would allow a tiny Tasmanian devil to be the boss. But regardless, I still think it would be cool to see Shortfuse in the third movie. Whether we see her as a hero, a villain, or an anti-hero, I still think it would be cool to see her, but what do you guys think? Now, the last thing I want to talk about in this video is the agency itself, the International Supergalactic League of Protectors, or Izglop. What does this agency do? Well, I have a few theories for that. The first and most likely obvious theory is that this agency specializes in dealing with intergalactic or supernatural threats, particularly aliens, meaning that the agency probably has access to special weapons that are specifically designed to destroy aliens or other supernatural creatures. The second theory is that everyone in the agency, minus the bad guys and Diane, are actually aliens in disguise. Now, this is very similar to Men in Black, where we have secret agents and aliens. If this theory is actually true, then it's possible that the agency was a setup, and the bad guys were tricked into being recruited so the aliens could kill them or capture them. Now, I actually have mixed feelings about this theory. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad theory by any means, but it does seem a little out of place for a franchise like this. And it does seem a little convoluted because why would the agency hire the bad guys just to lure them in a trap? That just doesn't make sense to me. It's probably because we don't know that much about the agency yet, because it was only introduced in the second movie. We haven't actually seen the agency in action yet, but something tells me that when we do, it's going to be really cool, and I, for one, can't wait to see it. And there you have it. Those are all my theories for what could happen in The Bad Guys 3. Now, this video was actually supposed to be posted in September of 2025, but I didn't get the chance to upload it because my phone broke. I know this theory video has been a long time coming, ever since the second movie came out, but it's finally getting done now, so I hope you're all happy. Now, at the time of making this video, it is currently June 4th, 2026, and DreamWorks hasn't officially confirmed The Bad Guys 3 yet, but I do have high hopes that it will come out in late 2027, particularly September. I'm really curious to see what will happen in the third movie. If you guys are excited for The Bad Guys 3, be sure to leave a comment down below telling me how excited you are. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be uploading more videos in the future, so stay tuned for that. My next video will probably be a theory video on the Season 6 finale of Miraculous Ladybug, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!